Hey everyone, it's the Rideshare Reseller Mike. It's cold. It's California. I don't know what's going on. It's chilly. It's chilly today. I had to put a jacket on. It's only 7 o'clock and I mean, like, this is crazy. But anyhow, it's another day of picking, another day of books, picking, and shipping. Let's put it that way. All right. We're going to just kind of go over some stuff again and show you what we got, show you some items we sold, that kind of thing. And give you a couple, maybe a couple pointers along the way. All right, let's start off with some books. Books today was decent. Like I said, I'm gonna make an Amazon video, and it's getting tricky out there. Amazon's not easy right now. They've got some restrictions on some things they've created. I'm feeling my way around some of this stuff. Like I said, if Amazon was on its game, you'd really want to sell everything you could on Amazon, but Amazon makes it difficult sometimes in many different areas. And books should be easier than this, but it can be a little tricky. We'll talk about that in another video, but needless to say, it's about limits of how many books you can put in, how many, that kind of thing that's causing some problems. So anyhow, we'll start off with a couple of books and we'll scroll those across. Interesting book here. This one here is Creative Design of Products and Systems. All this kind of stuff, when you see these titles, that kind of get you going because you got a good shot at getting a good book. This one's gonna net me right around $80 to $88 on this guy. You know, believe it or not, it will sell. So about 80 bucks, it should give me a net 80. All right, now a good category of books that everybody needs to start to look for is manga. Okay, M-A-N-G-A. And you'll see these Japanese books here. And I'll scroll a bunch of these across. They probably aren't in any order, but they're by the same one. This is Trigun. So Trigun. For some reason, they also, it's the way the Japanese do it, the covers are backwards or something. It's kind of weird. Another one here. Interesting. All these are going to be right around, probably around $13 net. Now, what I'm going to do with these is also check them to see if I got a series. And I thought I had another Trigun down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So looks like I do. I potentially do. I gotta look. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I do right here. It's going to be 1, 2. So the big 2's got to come out. Let me see here. So sorry about that, guys, messing around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So there's a 5-lot set. Now, it might be better on eBay as a lot. So I will check that out and see if it is. If not, they're all going to go into Amazon. So look for manga. Very, very good books. Even if you can't put them on Amazon, some of them can go for a lot of money on eBay. All right. Let us swing around and we're gonna go into what we found at Savers right off the bat. All right, so any of you have ever seen this stuff? It's called Mel Science. It's Mel Science or Mel Chemistry, whatever they want to call it, or Mel Chemistry. All right, $2.99 each. I've sold these before. They can be tricky to sell. You got to get them in a big lot. You get them in a big lot and you pay about $3 for them. I had 20% off, so I got 14. I believe 10 are sealed, 4 are open but not used. I should be able to get about 100 to 110 on those 14. Not a great sale, but it will sell. So that works out really, really good for me there. All right, let me dig in here and get some other stuff. Where are we gonna go? All right, we'll just start with another little thing. I picked these up, again, at Savers, but I picked them off my friend who I have that storage locker. He was dropping some stuff off, and he let me have a couple of these boxes. And maybe you guys can guess. We'll see if you can guess. I'll open it up real quick. Can you see inside? Okay. So what do you think it's for? When you look at it, I'll give you a second. They are coin holders. So coins go in those little plastic sleeves, and then the coins go in here. I got 2 for free, basically for free. He gave them to me. And I have no idea, but I think $59 for the pair minimum, I should be fine, and plus shipping. So $59, so it's like getting a $50 bill basically from him. Really appreciate that. Again, what do we talk about? Networking, knowing other people, getting to know other people. This kind of stuff happens where you get free stuff. You get stuff that, hey, he says, hey, take it, Mike. I don't need it. We're pushing it here at Savers, but you know what? Take it. All right. Oh yeah. So at the book sale, we did get a bunch of DVDs. So you know, those go in our little lot where we build up stuff. You know, from like Dr. Seuss, Bernstein Bears, Goosebumps, build up lots and then sell them. All right. Another Savers find right here. I'm just looking around, make sure I don't forget anything. Right here, pencils. These are Venus Unique colored pencils, red. So they look like this. There they go. They're red. There are 2 boxes of those for $2.99. They're vintage, so I believe these are going to be anywhere from 30 to 50. There's a wide range because I really haven't quite figured it out yet. So I know it's at least 30, maybe as high as 50 for these. Okay. All right, where else are we going? Okay, let's go down here. This is kind of an interesting one. New face toning device. Okay, and we, I think we paid, this was $11.99. $11.99. This guy here is gonna sell for about $150. It's open box new, but it should be right around $150. I say, let's say $130 to $150, high end $150. And it's a facial toning device. All right. Here's something old. I couldn't resist this. It kind of was talking to me. I'll back up a little bit. There it is. Interesting. It's a toolbox. Vintage toolbox. There's no name on it. I looked high and low, tried to figure out the name. I don't even know if I can open the lid. It's kind of sticky. Kind of has a unique feature in it. Camera's bouncing around. And it's this little compartment up here. If you can see this little compartment. I don't know if I can open it. Thing flaps open and now it doesn't want to open. It's too funny. Works that way every time, right? So see it? It's like a little compartment in the lid. I have no idea what it's for. But I only paid $6.19. So, you know, I have no idea. Let's say I get 40 bucks for it. 6 into 40, I'll take that all day. It should get some good money. It's a little old vintage toolbox. And like I said, I like the shape of it. Here's an Amazon item. This is always good when you find this type of stuff for Amazon. I'll show you the difference you pay. All right, so it's a Century CD system. Hooks to your computer. There's a picture of it somewhere. I don't know where it's at. Probably not. All right, here it is. You can stack them. You can stack them up on top of each other. Goes into the computer, and then you can just call up a CD that holds 100. So it spins. It's unique, but they're not worth a whole lot on eBay. Brand new, $40 to $50 on eBay. Kicker on Amazon, 125 bucks. So 125. I'll try to put that up there too to kind of show you. So 125. This will go into Amazon. All right, we got 2 more items from today. And I want to kind of explain both of these, kind of interesting. Now, this is a model. It's not very big. I did pay $10 for this model. They had a bunch of models at this Goodwill, and they were all priced at $10, some $20. Way overpriced. So I looked at them all. Didn't take any of them except for this guy. Now, I'm going to put up on screen. Somebody's trying to sell one of these for, I think, $225. You'll see it. It's been up there for a while. Look at the one below it that did sell for around $225. I can't remember. I'm not looking at it right now. Here's the thing. I'm not going to get $225 for this, but I'm going to drop the price down to about $100 and see what happens. See, I paid $10 to make $100. So I'll drop that down and hopefully undercut him so much that somebody will jump on top of this. That's kind of my thinking on that. So don't be afraid of not buying something like this. If there's no sales, there are other sales of kind of the same genre and the same model maker. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the unique item where I can make a big score by undercutting somebody else like that. So we'll see what happens. If it sells, we'll definitely going to show you, right? We'll definitely show you that. All right, not a big shoe guy, not a big clothing guy, but when they talk to you, you pick them up. You'll see why these talked to me. Take a look. Okay, there's the brand right there, right? These are New Balance. But when you walk by and you look at them, you go, oh, those are different, right? So that's easy, right? So that's easy for me. So I paid $15 for them. They're used. And when I looked up the comps on them, $300 or $400. Crazy. It's just crazy. Now that's kind of like in the new condition kind of area. And you know, eBay has this new program now where you can send in shoes to have them authenticated. So I might try to sell these unauthenticated, see what happens. And then if not, I might send them into eBay and then get them authenticated and go from there. You know, getting them authenticated definitely would raise the price. So I'm going to look at the program a little bit tonight and see what it says and how I have to do it. Pretty much it sounds like I take all the photos, write the ad copy, and then I send these in and then they ship it. And there's like no charge or something. I have to look it up a little more. But interesting, right? Who would have thought New Balance had these kind of a shoe? Very, very cool. All right, what else? We got anything else? I think that's it. I think that's not. I do have up here. I don't want to go get it. It's a Techniques 60 CD player. I think it's Techniques 60 CD player, and I paid $10 for that guy. You know what? I'll go get it and at least flash it at you. There you go. All right, there you go. Another big one. Look at that. She's pretty. Very unique look. 60 CD disc holder. With my discount, I paid $10. I think it was like $10.50. And not the greatest comps, but I think I'm going to get close to $80 roughly in that range. This one's in pretty good shape. It did seem to work when I tested it. So, you know, we'll give it a go. But for $10, you can't go wrong. Be right back. All right, give me a second and we will be right back to show you what sold. All right, everybody, it's time to find out what sold, some items, right? We only show a few of them just so we can kind of keep the video going. I pick 4 or 5 that are interesting and we go from there, all right? So, right off the bat, we'll start with the cuckoo clock. All right, there was 2 cuckoo clocks. One was the real fancy one. We sold that for about $275. This one here we sold for $85, and this one had no weights on it, so that's a detriment to the clock. We couldn't tell if it was an 8-day or a 1-day. There's some factors in there. It was a musical clock, had the little music box inside of it. I think it played Dr. Zhivago. And this sold for $85 with $29.95 shipping. So we paid about $14.99. Good profit on that. Right up next, Wakeman Cds. We sold a lot of them. I don't remember how many. I think there were 11 or 12. And they sold for $139.97. $139.97. And they are from that big lot. And like I told you, we kept selling. I'll tell you what, I'm not stunned, but I'm shocked. when I looked at what we had left, we have nothing hardly left, you know, so you got to really keep looking for these CDs, because if you can find them in bunches, they sell like crazy. It's amazing. As a matter of fact, the big lot, do you remember the big lot that we sold that didn't have the cases? The gentleman had his friend pick them up. And the reason why is he's from Brazil. The guy who bought them is from Brazil. And I didn't know this, but the guy who picked them up says they're not making CDs anymore in Brazil or something. So CDs are a premium in Brazil, and they're buying them like crazy. So he picked them up for his friend, and he's going to obviously try and get around the duties and all that kind of stuff instead of going through the global shipping program with eBay. So CDs, keep an eye out for them. All right, we're gonna go up with, remember this one? The Smirnoff electric bottle. How cool is that? With that little electric bottle where you touched it and lightning came all around it. We paid about, I think, $19 minus something, so about 14, 15 bucks with the discount. And the Smirnoff bottle sold for $124.95, $17.95 shipping. You know, somebody asked me today in my YouTube channel about free shipping versus adding my shipping. No matter which way I do it, which is 95% of the time I do it in I do charge for the shipping, but I will always make it so that it is still the lowest price. I like to psychologically think about this. When you're looking for something, you're always looking for possibly the lowest price. So you can have a guy doing free shipping at, let's say, $99. I can come in at $89.95 with $9.85 shipping. Psychologically, I'm cheaper. So he might look at my ad. He'll realize, oh, he charges like $9 shipping. But then they start to get the wheels turning. And by that, they start to try to figure out, well, still, who's the cheapest? And I'm still the cheapest by maybe 15 cents, right? So that's kind of my theory on why I don't do free shipping on most of my items. And also, when I get to bigger items such as amps, turntables, etc., most of those people understand that there is going to be shipping involved. So $49.95, like I've told you, is pretty much where I set almost every one of those at. Occasionally, it's a little bit higher. So they kind of already understand. They already understand that. So again, you know, nothing wrong with free shipping, but that's just my way of doing it. And it seems to work pretty good. I mean, you know, at least I have never had any real problems with it. All right, up next, the last item. We'll talk about kind of shipping this. It's interesting. So it's a golf bag, and I sell golf bags, but they are no fun to ship because you got to find the box. And the kicker about this is this is another way I think of how golf bags, generally speaking, so don't get me wrong, golfers all over this country, but during the winter, let's say, you have Florida, California, Arizona. Those three are big winter golf areas. So you got a 2 out of 3 shot of, for me, going from California to Arizona or to California. And I got a long ways to go if I go to Florida. It always seems like 95% of the time, it goes to Florida. This one went to Florida. It's not winter time, but it went to Florida. So again, I am stuck here with other people who had this similar bag. So I put mine at $99.95, $34.95 shipping, and hoping I was going to get California or Arizona or somewhere closer, because I know what a golf bag generally costs. It's generally about 50 bucks, no matter what you do, from California to the Midwest to out. It's just in that range. So I saw Florida, I'm going, oh, great. I thought I had the box, but I went behind my Joann's fabric and I found the perfect box. 36 inches long, just like the bag, fit perfect. So this bag was packaged perfect. I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you, you know, what it shipped for. It was $34.95 was the cost that I put on it. Even being the perfect box where it just fit perfectly, you couldn't get another square inch out of it, it still cost $40 to go to Florida. Okay? So any other bag which would have been a little bigger, was going to be 50. So there you go. You really got to kind of know what you're doing with these, like golf bags, for example. Those cubic rates are going to get up there, and you're just going to have to battle those. If you're in the Midwest, middle of the country, you have such an advantage shipping. You're short distance to the East Coast, short distance to the West, short distance down to the South. You've got it made. I can't compete against you shipping wise, generally speaking. If I have to ship an amp from California to New York, it's $50. For you, it's probably $25, maybe less. So you can see why I have to battle this. You know, some people ask, well, why don't you do what do you call it? Calculated shipping. I can't weigh everything and do everything. It's just kind of tricky. Sometimes what happens, in general, what happens with that kind of stuff is most people are kind of aware, say, look at, you know what, I'm in California, he's offering $49.95 shipping. Let's cut the price down $20 on the item and let's see what happens. And most of the time I'm going to realize that too, and I'm going to say, okay, I know this is going to be about $25 ship, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. I'll take your offer. Okay. So that's kind of how, again, I think when I'm doing some of this stuff. I'm always kind of trying to figure out the way that hopefully somebody's smart enough to understand what I'm doing and that kind of thing. So a couple of tips. Just keep working with it and you'll figure it out. It's not overly complicated. Sometimes we make it too complicated when it's not. I love shipping the big items because I guess it's a challenge, and I want to make sure they get there safe. And that's my key goal there. But then I also open up my world to other stuff. So if you're not shipping large stuff, watch some of my videos on how I package some things, and try one or two every so often and see what happens. You never know, you're going to find a $1,500 amplifier, right? All right, hey guys, many thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.